Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Nona from thealignedlover.com. I have another flamboyant Gamine video for you today. We are looking at the style of Zoe Kravitz. No, I don't believe she is verified, but I think flamboyant Gamine definitely resonates with her in terms of image ID. So let's go ahead and take a look at her body and outfits. Before we get into the outfits, I just want to briefly go over her body so you have an idea of what it looks like. Please remember, it's really hard to get an accurate perspective of what celebrities look like. They're always being photographed in different poses, different angles. Sometimes they wear heels, sometimes the lighting can really affect your perception. So take it all with a grain of salt and just try to extract whatever useful insights you can, or just appreciate, their beauty. Don't get super hung up on putting too many labels on. I always like to use any system as a guideline. This system, the Kibbe system, any body type system will bring certain aspects and details of appearance to a higher level of focus. But that's not it. Your whole image cannot be contained with one body system. There's so many moving parts, so many different aspects for you to develop and explore. So don't feel limited by one system. Just try to use it in a productive way, and don't ever limit yourself. Okay, now that little spiel is over. For Zoe's body type, I would say she has quite a lean, straight overall body type. She is petite, more yin in size, but she has a good deal of elongation, especially throughout her limbs. She has relatively square shoulders. I believe they are the widest part of her body. Instead of, soft curves, she tends to have angular planes to her body, and overall, she has really well-defined musculature. So all of this is a little bit easier to see when you're comparing her to women who look quite different, because it really helps amp up the differences. Here she is with cast members from her show, I think Big Little Lies, and in both she is standing next to Reese Witherspoon, who is a soft gamine. Here in this picture, you can really see how Reese has more of that suppleness, that curve to her body. If you were to trace out different planes and angles and contours of Reese's body, you would get more of a curvature. Whereas if you were to trace out Zoe's body throughout different angles, you get more of a plane, like angular planes. And she is quite small, especially when you compare her to Shailene Woodley, who is very tall. I actually took a circus dance class, and Shailene was there. She's really nice. She's very tall, very long, very, very lean. So I can only imagine Zoe kind of around my height when comparing her to Shailene. All right, so one of the first aspects of her style that we're going to look into is this use of contrasting elements and how they need a bit of an edge to work the best. So on the left side, we have a long, slightly oversized coat, but underneath, her inner layers are rather fitted. There's a good deal of contrast. We have nice clean edges, whether it is on the waistband here or on the hem of the crop top or with the clear hem of the pants. We have some cleaner edges. They're not round, they're more straight, they're horizontal. And that just brings a sort of definition that allows the slightly oversized longer coat to have a more successful juxtaposition, because we are combining more fitted, smaller, segmented pieces with a bigger, longer more oversized piece, and you need both to kind of be in balance so that she doesn't get lost, so that the outfit looks cohesive. Whereas on the right, we have a rather large absence of that clean edge, of that fit that really outlines her body. We don't have much definition. What we have is roundness and intricacy. So by intricacy, I mean we have these feathers here, we have this lace here, we have little rhinestones on the more intricate straps. There are numerous smaller details, but the overall shape is quite diffuse. There's no bold, clean shape coming through. So that combined with the fact that the shoulders are not creating that strong, wider, square shape, she is getting quite lost in this outfit. All right, another important aspect to her style and to her body ID is the use of square and straight lines versus curved and gently flared lines. This is going to apply to the same degree to all flamboyant gamines, but for Zoe in particular, she looks really beautiful in more square kinds of shapes because it reflects the aspects of her actual body. When people wear things that are extremely different from their own frame, their own flesh, that's when images start to look less cohesive, and you need to put in more intention and thoughtfulness into kind of like balancing the overall outfit so that it will still reflect you and enhance your dominant traits. So for the outfit on the left, we have this gorgeous shoulder line created by this higher, neckline, and the shoulders just fit like a dream. We have these beautiful sleeves that create length, but like a rectangular kind of shape to the arms, nothing too clingy and rounded. We have this beautiful angular bra showing through. The overall shape of this dress is, close to the body, but it's not trying to create a corset effect. It's not trying to create curves or roundness or delicacy. And we have this gorgeous kind of darker square shape to, I think, the skirt portion, and the straps create these beautiful horizontal lines. This is totally embracing her width and her angular planes. Now for the outfit on the right, we have a very curved, rounded neckline that's kind of digging into that beautiful shoulder line. So we're not seeing that gorgeous square shape of her shoulders. We have this gentle flaring of the skirt at the bottom. We have these shoes that are emphasizing more of the kind of triangular toe shape, this more gentle, as opposed to the clean horizontal lines. We are essentially missing that beautiful horizontal shape, that strong square shape, especially at the shoulders. If you can create this shape at the shoulders, and if you have a similar body, that can usually help guide the rest of your outfit, and it will probably look very second nature to your body. Now that we've covered just a little bit of the detail that creates a really beautiful shape on Zoe, here are some examples of outfit formulas that really shine on her. So we have these three outfits. The top always emphasizes her width somehow, whether it is a lower neckline that has a very strong horizontal across the chest, bare shoulders, whether it's a t-shirt that really shows off the edges of her shoulder and really emphasizes the taper of the wide shoulder to her angularly tapered waist, or whether it has a square wide neckline. We're getting that strong emphasis on top, and we're also getting that strong clean horizontal line throughout the waistband, the bottom hem of the shirt. As for the pants, they fit her in a clean, crisp way without being too clingy and creating too much of that rounded fit. Here is a case where having a little bit of excess fabric, or rather non-skin tight fabric, actually creates a leaner look because you are imposing more of those kind of angular, clean edges onto the body as opposed to tracing out, actual limbs that usually look a little bit more round, because that is the nature of limbs. No matter how muscular or lean you are, it's really hard to find someone with actual rectangular limbs. So having this kind of exaggerated pant shape is very, very flattering. Combined with the shoes that have a bit of that square edge, and then combining different pattern and color, we're getting that gorgeous definition, we're getting that segmentation of the look. It looks lively, it looks animated without having too many accessories or too many details. It's just a solid on a print. Pretty, standard in terms of combining prints, but because of the overall shapes she's using, because of the fit, because of the ratios she's hitting, and because of the shoes, she is really creating that beautiful staccato rhythm without going overboard on different colors or, having to try too hard. Here is another example of an outfit formula that works super well on Zoe. She is wearing, again, this long, slightly oversized coat that acts as a unifier for the inner layers that she's wearing. So the inner layers aren't the most crisp, they're not the most fitted, but there is that rhythm to them. There's that segmentation. There's, defined regions of her body. She's not trying to unify her look into one seamless head to toe ensemble. Again, we're seeing gorgeous, slightly bulky, kind of edgier, heavier shoes. And overall, we're getting that embrace of a square shape. And combined with the more elongating coat, it's just such a beautiful and unique kind of outfit formula for her. If you were to try this kind of outfit on someone who is very soft and curvy, they'd be completely overwhelmed. If you were to put this same kind of outfit on someone who has a very, very big emphasis on elongation, the squareness might kind of get in the way, but because of her particular balance, it just looks very iconic on her. Okay, now we have a different example. Just wanted to show you like the same kind of color scheme on top. Again, you don't have to wear like red on top with white pants on the bottom, and a print and tons of like different collars with contrast trim to create different segments of your body. It can be more subtle than that. So here on the left, we have this t-shirt that emphasizes the width of her shoulders. We have these nice kind of square sleeves. And we have this nice straight cut of the skirt. Yes, she is sitting down, but I can still see the shape of her body overall. Now here in the right photo, we have a lot of draping going on with this kind of like shawl thing that she's wearing. It's very draped, it's very soft. We have a soft rounded neckline, and the dress is lightweight. It's a little bit more delicate. It's a little bit more crinkly. So again, we're not getting that kind of bold, clean edged look that is so magical on her. So yes, I think obviously the left is a lot more successful in really bringing out the beauty of her body. And I just want to revisit the idea of squareness being beautiful. I know a lot of the time when people hear square and body, not the best connotation, but squareness can be really beautiful if it's something that is authentic to your body. See, when she wears kind of square shapes, whether it's on a strapless dress or whether it's in a coat or whether it's showing through a neckline of a simple tank top and perhaps the cut of a hairstyle that has that gorgeous kind of wide, broad angularity. It just brings out the beauty of her face, of her shoulders, of the tapering of her torso, of the different ratios of her top and bottom half. It's really beautiful on her. And on the other hand, when squareness is kind of a dominant shape in your body, an elongation is kind of secondary. When you try to elongate as the kind of first visual aspect of your look, it's not as impactful. It doesn't look as, I would say, magical or as unique to you, like in these two examples with this, very long white dress or this jumpsuit that has, these very severe angles that create more of an elongated kind of visual path. They look fine, but they don't look as, I would say, special. So that was today's video, just looking at a few of Zoe's outfits. There's always so much to talk about. If I went through all of the outfits I wanted to, this probably would be like an hour-long video. But if you take anything away from this video or any of my videos, I hope it's the encouragement to dress to your strengths. Look at your body, look at what's dominating your body and accommodate that first and foremost without, any judgments, any desire to be something else. And also do not limit yourself to any single body system. These systems are tools so that you can look at your body and your style in different ways through different lenses so that you can up the volume on certain details, but you cannot be contained by one system. So just remember that, have fun, style is a journey. And yeah, it does take a little bit of effort and introspection to look effortlessly like yourself. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.